I walked into the wedding reception, and the room didn't even need 10 seconds to remember me. My sister's maid of honor spotted me first. Her smile dropped so fast it looked painful. Her face went pale, eyes wide like she'd seen a ghost. "What are you doing here?" she whispered, sharp and panicked. My sister Brooke turned around in her white dress. The music kept playing. Laughter floated through the room. But she froze completely, bouquet clenched in her hand like a weapon. Her voice shook. "Someone call security. She's not supposed to be here." My mother rushed over next, eyes wild, already frantic. "Emma, you need to leave. Now." I hadn't seen them in 11 years. And they wanted me gone in 11 seconds. "My name is Emma. I'm 30 years old. The last time I stood in a room with my family, I was 19. That was the year my sister accused me of trying to steal her fiancé. His name was Derek. She told everyone I made a move on him at a family party. Said I tried to kiss him. Derek backed her up. Every word. Every lie. My parents didn't hesitate. They believed them immediately. I became the jealous sister. The desperate one. The liar. My parents gave me an ultimatum. Apologize and admit what you did, or you're not our daughter anymore. I refused. Because I didn't do it. So they cut me off. Financially. Emotionally. Completely. I moved out at 19 with nothing but a duffel bag and a stubborn sense that the truth mattered, even if it ruined me. I worked my way through community college, built a quiet life, became a medical office coordinator. I never married. I kept my circle small. Real. I wasn't glamorous. I wasn't popular. But I had something they didn't. The truth. 2 weeks ago, a wedding invitation arrived in my mailbox. No return address. Inside was a handwritten note. "You deserve to be there. Come." I knew showing up would cause chaos. But after 11 years of silence, I had nothing left to lose. Security didn't remove me. Turns out the anonymous invitation came from the groom's mother. She'd insisted my name be added to the guest list. Brooke was furious, but with 200 guests watching, she couldn't make a scene. So instead, I was placed at the very back. A table of distant cousins who squinted at me like I was a stranger they almost recognized. During cocktail hour, I overheard my aunts whispering by the bar. Can you believe she had the nerve to show up after what she did? A cousin I barely remembered walked straight up to me. "Why would you come here? Don't you have any shame?" I met his eyes calmly. "I was invited. I have every right to be here." Then my father approached. His voice was low, tight with anger. "Your sister's been dreading this day because of you for 11 years. You ruined her first engagement." I blinked. First engagement? His face changed instantly. He realized what he'd said. And then he walked away without another word. Brooke never married Derek. I found my Aunt Cheryl near the dessert table, my father's sister. The only one who'd ever looked uncertain when everything fell apart. "Aunt Cheryl," I said carefully, "can I ask you something?" She sighed, already knowing. "Brooke called off the engagement 6 months after you left. Never said why. Did she ever admit I didn't do what she accused me of?" Cheryl looked away. "No." But there were questions. Things didn't add up. Before I could say more, my sister stood for her toast. Her voice was sweet. Too sweet. With an edge underneath. "Family is everything," she said, eyes locking onto mine across the room. "And real family stays loyal, no matter what." She smiled. "Some people betray that loyalty. But we forgive, even when they don't deserve it." The room went silent. My mother stood next, lifting her glass high. To loyalty. To real family. Every eye turned to me. I noticed the groom, Ryan, shift uncomfortably. He glanced at me again, longer this time. Like he almost recognized me. Like I'd crossed his path before. I stepped outside into the garden to breathe. My hands were shaking. That's when a woman in a navy dress approached me. Calm, kind eyes. "I'm Patricia," she said softly. "Ryan's mother." She lowered her voice. "I'm the one who sent you the invitation. And I think you deserve to know the truth about your sister." Before I could respond, the photographer called out, "Immediate family only, please." My mother made sure her voice carried. Immediate family only. People who've actually been part of this family. I watched them pose. Perfect smiles. Perfect lies. My younger brother Josh glanced at me once. He was 13 when I left. 24 now. He only knows their version. Later, I overheard my mother telling a guest, "We haven't seen our daughter Emma in years. She made some very hurtful choices." As if I'd abandoned them. Then came the bouquet toss. "All the single ladies," my sister called. I stayed seated. A cousin grabbed my arm anyway. "Come on. You're single, right?" When Brooke spotted me in the crowd, she made deliberate eye contact, then turned and threw the bouquet in the opposite direction. "Oops," she said loudly. "Sorry, Emma. I wasn't aiming for people who sabotage relationships." Gasps. Nervous laughter. My face burned. I walked away. My father intercepted me. "Maybe you should leave. You've made your point." I went to the bathroom. Tried to breathe. On my way back, I heard voices in the hallway. Brooke and my mother. "She's always been desperate for attention," Brooke said. My mother whispered, "Should we have Ryan's mother removed?" Brooke laughed. "Let her stay. Let her see how perfect my life is without her dragging me down." Then my mother asked quietly, "Do you think she knows about Derek?" Brooke's voice went cold. "Doesn't matter. No one believed her then. They won't now. Ryan thinks she's unstable." That's when I understood. Nothing had changed. Patricia slipped me a folded note moments later. "Library. 10 minutes. Bring your phone." When I arrived, she wasn't alone. An older man stood beside her. I recognized him instantly. Derek. What my family didn't know was this. 2 years ago, Derek messaged me on Facebook. "I need to apologize," he wrote. "What I said 11 years ago wasn't true." He told me everything. About Brooke's jealousy. About the lies she forced him to tell to prove his loyalty. And now, standing there in that quiet room, I realized the truth had finally walked into the building with me. And it wasn't finished yet. She demanded that he back up a lie. That I had tried to kiss him. Derek told us everything. He was young then. Eager to keep the peace. Easy to manipulate. Brooke convinced him it would all blow over. That I'd apologize. The family would calm down and life would move on. Instead, I was exiled. And he was trapped. The relationship turned controlling fast. Subtle at first. Monitoring who he talked to. Rewriting conversations. Making him feel guilty for things he hadn't done. 8 months later, he couldn't take it anymore. He broke off the engagement. Brooke told everyone he was the problem. That he couldn't get over what Emma had done. Derek carried that guilt for 11 years. When he heard Brooke was getting married again, something in him snapped. He reached out anonymously to Patricia. Told her the truth about the woman her son was about to marry. Patricia didn't confront Brooke. She investigated. She found inconsistencies. Patterns. Half-truths that didn't line up. She reached out to Derek directly. Then she found me through social media and sent the invitation. On my phone was Derek's written confession, detailed, dated, signed. Screenshots of our entire conversation. Proof I never thought I'd need. I didn't come to the wedding to cause a scene. I came to decide whether the truth deserved air after 11 years underground. Because for over a decade, I carried the weight of a lie that wasn't mine. And I wasn't the only one who knew the truth anymore. In the library, Derek couldn't meet my eyes. "I'm so sorry, Emma," he said. "I was a coward. I let her destroy your life." Patricia spoke before I could. "My son deserves to know who he's marrying." She explained that Ryan was kind, trusting. He saw the best in people. Brooke had been controlling their entire relationship, small lies, gaslighting, isolating him from friends. Every time Patricia tried to raise concerns, Brooke painted her as an overbearing mother. When Derek contacted me, Patricia said, "I realized this wasn't an accident. It was a pattern." Derek offered to tell everyone the truth. Publicly. Right there at the reception. My stomach dropped. That would destroy the wedding. Patricia didn't hesitate. She destroyed your life for 11 years. And she'll do the same to Ryan, Derek added quietly. She already has. Part of me wanted justice. Part of me just wanted peace. I don't want to ruin the wedding, I said. But my family deserves to know the truth. Patricia nodded. Private room. Your parents. Your sister. Ryan. 15 minutes. My hands shook as I agreed. Then a voice came from the doorway. I remember that night. I turned. Josh. My little brother. Not so little anymore. I was 15, he said softly. But I remember. And I never believed you did what they said. That was the first time in 11 years someone in my family said it out loud. Patricia arranged the meeting near the exit. My parents arrived first. Then Brooke, furious, still in her wedding dress. What is this? She snapped. I'm in the middle of my wedding. Ryan followed, confused. Josh stood beside me. My mother crossed her arms. Emma, if you're here to cause a scene, I'm only going to say this once, I said, steadying my voice. I didn't do what Brooke accused me of. Brooke scoffed. Here we go again. Derek is here, I said. And he wants to tell you something. Derek stepped into the room. Brooke's face went white. I lied, Derek said, voice shaking. Brooke asked me to. Emma never made a move on me. Never tried to kiss me. It never happened. My mother gasped. Why would you lie? Because Brooke was jealous. Controlling. She fabricated the story, and I was too weak to tell the truth. That's insane. Brooke snapped. Why would I? I pulled out my phone. Because you needed me gone. And that's when everything in the room shifted. People finally listened. I showed them my phone, screenshots, timestamps, Derek's confession from 2 years ago. Detailed. Signed. Real. My father shook his head, grasping for control. This could be faked. Before I could respond, Josh stepped forward. I was there that night, he said. His voice cracked. Emma wasn't even near Derek. She was with me, with the younger cousins. The room went still. I try to tell you, he continued, tears spilling now. But you said I was too young to understand. You sent me to bed. My mother's face crumpled. Brooke panicked. They're ganging up on me, on my wedding day. Ryan, who had been silent the entire time, finally spoke. Quiet. Careful. Dangerous in its calm. Brooke, is this true? Of course not, she said too fast. They're lying. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. I spent 11 years alone, I said. No family. No support. I put myself through school. Build a life from nothing because of a lie. And you didn't even question it. I looked at my parents. You chose the easier story. My father bristled. She was crying. She was devastated. She was performing, I said softly, like she always does. Patricia stepped forward. There's more. Brooke has been isolating Ryan, controlling his friendships, lying to him about me, about others. Ryan turned to Brooke. Is that why you didn't want me talking to my college friends anymore? They were a bad influence, Brooke snapped. Your mother was trying to sabotage us. She started crying. Real or fake, I couldn't tell anymore. I love you, she said to Ryan. I just wanted us to be close. I shook my head. You don't love people. You control them. And when they don't do what you want, you destroy them. My mother whispered. Emma, we didn't know. You didn't want to know, I said. There's a difference. The minister appeared in the doorway. Is everything all right? Guests are asking. Ryan didn't look up. Tell them the reception is ending early. Brooke's eyes went wide. What? No. Ryan, please. He removed his boutonniere and placed it on the table. I need time to think. Then he walked out. Brooke collapsed into a chair. Mascara streaking. The perfect bride image shattered in real time. The reception ended abruptly. Guests left confused. Brooke locked herself in the bridal suite. In the parking lot, my parents approached me. We made a terrible mistake, my mother whispered. My father's voice broke, something I'd never heard before. We should have listened. We should have questioned. You should have believed me, I said. I was your daughter. My mother reached for me. You still are. Please, can we try? I stepped back. I don't know. I need time. Josh wrapped me in a tight hug. I'm sorry I didn't speak up sooner. I was scared. You were a kid, I said. This wasn't your fault. Derek apologized again. Promised to help however he could. Patricia squeezed my hand. You may have saved my son from years of misery. I drove home alone, exhausted, but lighter than I'd been in 11 years. 5 weeks later, an email arrived from Ryan. The wedding is off. Thank you for your courage. I'm sorry for what you went through. My mother started texting. Can we talk? Please. I didn't respond right away. I took my time. I set boundaries. Eventually, I agreed to coffee, with Josh only. Slowly, carefully, I began rebuilding that relationship. On my terms. My parents and my sister remained at a distance. Maybe forever. Maybe not. For 11 years, I believed I'd lost everything that mattered. But standing in that room, finally telling the truth, I realized I'd gained something they never had. Freedom from their lies. I didn't need their validation. I just needed the truth to be known. And now it was. If you've ever been blamed for something you didn't do, if you've ever been exiled by the people who were supposed to protect you, you're not alone. Share your story in the comments. This community sees you. We believe you. Hit subscribe for more stories like this. Where are you watching from? Drop your location. I read every single comment. Sometimes the truth takes years to surface, but it's always worth telling. Your story matters. Your truth matters. I'll see you in the next one.